Yeah.
Thank
You know,
God.
a lot of people were telling me, I'm going to be frank with you. I'm going to be honest. A lot of people were like, you're doing Chrissie's podcast? You do Christie's
Really?
podcast? Yeah, they were looking at me like it was just like, you shouldn't do her podcast. And I was like,
Are
why?
you kidding me right now? Are you being for real?
I'm like a couple people. I'm not going to say a lot. I'm going to say 2 people were like, I can't believe you're doing her
Wow.
podcast. I'm not going to name names because they are still, I still consider them friends. But the thing is this, though. It's like, I've known you for years. I remember we did our first TV taping together.
Yes. Oh my God. Laughs on Fox.
Right.
I'll never forget it. I hold a special place in my heart for, first of all, not only the people I came up with like yourself, but for Laughs on Fox, because it was my kind of first TV thing. Yeah. My first kind of, I don't know, big break. This was 2015,
let's be honest.
Right?
It holds a special place in our hearts. But it did jack shit for us.
No, it did nothing for us. We were not propelled into fame and fortune like we thought we would be.
Right. It was nice. It was a good gesture. The money was cool. I mean, like, it wasn't a lot, but it was something.
The fact that we got money was a big deal. I was like, oh, wow, anything. Like, because you're at the point where your standards are so low. You're just like, wow, any money? Thank you. We're doing this thing that I've been doing for free for years. Cool.
Exactly. And I remember just us being at the taping in Helium and just going, this is just fun to have this, Yeah. And so people were like, yeah, I mean, you're doing Chrissie's podcast. And I go, I was like, you don't have the relationship I have with her. And also it's like, what, like people are like, you should be like, they make it seem like, I know you went to the protests, right? And that's fine. Like, you're allowed to voice your opinion on whatever stuff you want to voice it on. But they make it seem like you were rushing into the building, holding senators hostage at night.
Oh, yeah. It was my idea, actually. I don't know if they told you that, but it was my idea. Right. A lot of people are very misinformed. And I've said it on other pods, but it's like I was there kind of in a neutral, people laugh like, oh, you're not a journalist. But I truly was there in kind of a neutral, like journalistic, like I'm just here to live stream. I'm just here to see what's going on. I'm here to see for myself instead of just believing what the mainstream media says, because they would never lie about anything.
Right.
And I just was like, I am curious about this movement, and I do want to talk to the people. So it's like people forget that, like, I'm a comedian, like I'm there to kind of also make fun of what's going on. Like, I was talking to the guy who was like super passionate about everybody keeping their foreskins. He was just like, you need to sue. This guy's name was Prometheus. He had a lot of signs on. If you saw him in Times Square, you'd be like, oh, he's probably a mascot asking for dollars. Like, I'm there to talk to like the kooky characters.
I'm not
see the costumes.
I can't talk to Prometheus. I don't think I'm one of his people. I don't got a foreskin. I got nothing to offer Prometheus. I mean, I wish I could give him the foreskin if I still had it, but
he would tell you that you could sue your parents if you're circumcised, that you deserve. Go get it back. And I was trying to tell him, I was like, I think it's one of these things where it's like, you don't know what you're missing out on because you don't remember having one. But anyway, that's why I go to these protests, is to like see what's going on, kind of report, because I didn't feel like we were getting an honest account of what was going on. And to meet people, talk to people, see where people are at. But it's unfortunate that like people see like, oh, you're just the fact that you're there means that you're exactly what you said, like carrying a podium away, or that
to me sort of seems like anyone who says like, they have that kind of view. That's to me no different than when you look at a protest for Black Lives Matter and you automatically assume everyone there's looting, and it's like
exactly,
it's like unfair because it paints people in that bad picture. And it's like, listen, I don't agree with some of your politics. You probably don't agree with some of my politics, but isn't that the point for us to kind of have that kind of conversation where, I mean, if we are, or if we don't, whatever, but I'm just saying that like the fact that we could, one of my best friends is a Trump supporter. I could care less when it comes down to it. He has my back. I have his. It's like, what about the humanity of this whole thing?
Right. And like being able to talk to people, and it's like, we shouldn't, like the fact that we're demonizing so many people just for who they voted for. And it used to be like you'd be full like MAGA gear or whatever. Like it was, you're a Trump supporter. It's like, you're so obvious, you're constantly putting out there, but like the definition has kind of like widened so much that it's like, even if you own camouflage pants, you're a Trump supporter. It's like, it takes almost nothing now for you to be.
All it takes is camo?
Just a little camo, and you too are domestic terrorists. So
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go through my closet. I don't know if I have camo.
You might.
I might have like some hidden. I got cheetah print. I don't know. What does that make me?
If you own cargo shorts, I'm sorry to inform you, but you are a Trump supporter.
That really stinks because I do like pockets. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, and
I think this is a good conversation to have because to me, it sounds like the idea that you would even talk to me in a podcast, right? Publicly, right? Because privately, nobody can control that. But the idea that us talking is somehow going to be what? This is going to be bad for you, Kunal? This is going to be bad for your career? Are you going to lose gigs talking to me?
You know, you said something to me a couple of years ago, and it really stuck with me. You said it was like something, it was very short and in passing. And you said, do whatever the fuck you want to do. Who cares? Like, who gives a shit? And I was just like, yeah. So to me, I just try to figure out what I'm doing. If I like it, do I want to keep doing it? And that's what it's been for the past couple of years, especially over the pandemic. I started a podcast for video games. And I was like, yeah, that was.
Are you a Twitcher?
I mean, I was considering doing Twitch, but then I was just like, no. And then I stopped that because I was like, I don't think I care about video games enough. You know,
you have to. It's really a lifestyle choice. You have to buy the chair. You got to buy the big chair with the bright colors.
Right.
That looks like you're in a race car bed or something, but just like sitting up.
So
that's a commitment. Just that chair alone is like, you walk into a room of somebody who's like a Twitcher or a streamer. You're like, oh, okay, this is your life. This chair, I'm sure, was $2,000.
Right. Like the giant ass monitor that's curved. The like the giant computer that's glowing, and I can't. I mean,
you look like you're in a spaceship that's about to take off. It's like ground control. It's like there's gadgets everywhere.
I can't. I like Mountain Dew, but not that much.
You have to love Mountain Dew to really
do any of that shit. I tried it for a minute, and I like video games. I'll play. I can talk about it a little bit, but there's only so much I can humanly do before I just go, I can't do this anymore. So
that's so funny. It's like usually like the if you're ever in, like, I was in somebody's house recently who, like, they're a Twitcher, and it's like, sure enough, in their garage are cases and cases of energy drinks, and I was like, yeah, this goes together. This is like the whole thing.
Right. And then I also did like a game show for a period of time. I remember I was trying to get you on that. And then you and Figs had a schedule issue, which is fine.
Oh, yeah.
And I stopped doing that too. And it's because I was thinking about it. And like a lot of people were like, hey, listen, this is really fun. This is a cool idea. And my mentality was, all right, cool. I liked it for a period of time. But then I realized, like, I don't want to be a game show guy. I don't want to be a dude who's on, you know what I mean? I think about Cash Cab, right? Fun game show. Ben Bailey looks like he's having a great time.
He does.
I don't think I would be that guy. I think, first of all, it'd be a little weird if I'm driving a cab around trying to give people money. It'd be a little too on the nose. But if I'm just out there like, welcome to my cab, we're going to play a game show. And they're like, yeah, let's be real, buddy. Let's just get me to where I need to get to.
Like, it's okay. You're a real cab driver. Just go ahead, embrace it.
I put the lights on. They still don't believe it. They're like, all right, enough.
They're like, we get it. You tricked out your own cab.
Right.